Hi everyone, we're going to look at question 11 from the Chapter 6 review guide. It reads, solve the trig equation, sine of 3x is equal to 1/4 for the first two positive solutions. So again, it's not necessarily restricting us to one full revolution. It could be less or it could be more. It's really just saying I want the first two possible positive answers, and then you're done. You've satisfied the goal. So in this situation, we want to note here that the sine function is already isolated. So we don't have anything multiplied by it or divided or added or subtracted. So that's great. If you want, you can go ahead and use the u substitution, or just the regular substitution where you're using a variable of u. So I'm saying that the sine of x could be equal to 3 times x. So we want to figure out what angle measure can we put into sine that would give me a ratio of 1/4. So when we're looking at this, again, 1/4 is not one of the common values that we see on our unit circle that we've kind of worked to familiarize ourselves with. So I need to crack into the calculator. So I'm going to go ahead and do the sine inverse of 1/4 to uncover one of those angle measures. When I do that, I get an angle measure of 0.2526802551 radians. So I do want to make sure, and I do want to be clear that the angle measure that I have here is in radians. So that's going to put me somewhere in here, that radian measure for that angle. The next question that you want to ask yourself is, okay, is the first quadrant the only place where I'm going to get a positive sine value of 1/4? And hopefully you should be shaking your head no, because what other quadrant would give you positive sine values out? And at that point you should be saying, well, I know that something over in the second quadrant would give me an angle, or a positive 1/4 output if I took the sine of an angle. So we need to figure out what this angle is. Again, starting from from a regular initial side, we want to go to this terminal side. Again, from our work with our first answer, we can use this as a reference angle. So what I mean by that is I'm saying if I draw an angle from the x-axis in the second quadrant, it's going to have the same angle measure. So it's going to be about that 0.25, very similar to this one, which is 0.25. So in order to uncover our second answer, we can simply say I'm going to take pi. So I'm going to take this full pi revolution, and I'm going to just remove the 0.25268025551 reference angle. And now I know that my other angle measurement in this situation is going to be 2.888912398. Okay, so again, we're not quite done, because in this situation I know that the variable u is equal to that 0.25268025551. And I also know that u is equal to 2.888912398. So I need to translate this over. So I need to take it out of its substitution. So I actually know that 3x is equal to 0.25268025551. And 3x is also equal to our other angle measure that we uncovered. And we want to solve for x, so we'll divide by 3, and we're going to get that x is equal to 0.96297079993, and x is also equal to 0.084 2267517. So actually these are our two solutions. And as with any trig equation, we can plug these values back into the original equation and make sure that we do get about 1/4 back as our solution. So if you do have the time during your tests or on your homework, I would encourage you to check just to make sure that everything was on the up and up and that no calculation errors or sign errors have occurred. So I hope that this was helpful. If you need any help, please feel free to reach out.